Good morning, Uma Community Clinic family. Sorry. Good morning, Uma Community Clinic family. Welcome to Free Yoga Wednesdays. My name is DeJur. I am here in Los Angeles. I'd like to welcome you to class. While I'm welcoming you and doing my intro, we'll be set up your chair for chair yoga this morning. Preferably a chair without arms, but if you have one that has arms, that's fine. We'll work around that, no big deal. I am here on the sacred and stolen land of the Tongva and Gabrielino First Nations people. Hi, Felicia, welcome. This land was taken over by colonizers and enslavers and renamed Los Angeles. I'd like to just give a moment of gratitude to them for their stewardship of this most beautiful part of the world. And we will get started. We'll start with the grounding. And grounding basically is just the time that we take to bring our awareness into the yoga mindset or yoga headspace. Placing everything else that we have to do to the side, setting it to the side. Unfortunately, a lot of those things will be waiting for us when we finish our class, but we can, for the time being, practice a little self-care and just set those things off to the side and direct your awareness and attention to being here for chair yoga. This is Falika. I'm sorry. Hi. Welcome back.
Good morning.
Thank you. I thought I have a yoga teacher, my yoga teacher, who's also a good friend of mine. I thought of course, I messed up your name last time, but thought you were her. And I was like, oh, Felicia's back because she comes every now and then. But welcome back, Falika. I don't know if I think you're welcome. I don't know if the last time we were together, I asked you for your email address or if you ever submitted it, but the boss lady wants me to collect email. So at some point before you leave, if you can just type it in the chat and I will save that. And it's just a way of recording who's here and also to, thank you so much. I'll screenshot that. And also to the boss, her name is Evelyn, sends out other fitness invitations to, like they have Zumba and different type of fitness class, free fitness classes. So thanks for putting that in. So we're doing chair yoga this morning. So while I talk a bit, you can grab a chair. And so the grounding helps us to get in the moment, in the present of our yoga class that we're about to start. You can do a grounding in any setting that you're in. If you want to just clear your head or your energy, mental energy. If you're going into an important interview or a meeting or something scary, like me and my the tax guy's not scary, but me and my IRS time. Sometimes I use these grounding tools to just chill me out while I'm waiting in the lobby, or doctor's appointments, just things that kind of give us even just a little bit of anxiety or butterflies in our stomach we can use to kind of calm us down a bit. So we're using the 5 senses when we do this. And so we'll start with our sense of sight or vision. We're just going to have a look around our room and see what's there and noticing things as if it's your first time in your space. So we're looking at materials that were used to build the room, fabrics and colors of the furnishings of the room, the things in the room. And so, like for me, books and plants and things that need to be put away, honestly. And just little figurines and things that I've collected over the years, just having a look around at these things, as I said, as if it's your first time in that space. And then we use our sense, I'm gonna use our sense of smell next. I just whipped up a little diffuser and I threw some things together really quickly. This time, and I never tried these three, vanilla and patchouli, just a few drops of each in there. And it actually smells pretty good, if I do say so myself, and it'll be a combination I'll come back to in the future. So it's lime, vanilla, and patchouli essential oils. So that's my sense of smell. You may smell your breakfast, your toast, coffee, shower, coming out of a shower or bath, the fragrance of the soap or whatever. Just see what you notice. Then we move to our sense of hearing. So we're going to start with hearing sounds inside our house, home, apartment space. And what I hear here is the diffuser I can hear just barely. And also, I told y'all before, the cats, they don't drink water. Most of the cats don't like to drink. I don't know why, what that is. But anyway, water fountain for them. So it sounds like a human water fountain, but it's over there. It's not as loud as a human water fountain because it's just for them to drink from. But I can catch little sounds of that motor running and a little tiny splash here and there of the water. And then, so that's my inside the room sound or inside my space. You may hear family voices, or sometimes when I teach, I forget to turn the television off in my room, my bedroom. So I turned it off today, but you might be able to hear just different sounds. We move our attention outside, sounds outdoors. So cars, leaves, trees blowing, sometimes the what's his name? The gardener is over across the street with the blower and the mower. And so I'm glad he's not here yet. Thank you, Mr. Gardner. Birds, I said birds. People's voices out there, children's voices out there, whatever you hear, dogs barking, just see what your awareness brings to you, to your attention. And then we move to our sense of taste. So I have a little aftertaste. I had a little tiny, what's it called? Heartburn or reflux, whatever you want to call it. So I just wolfed down 1 Tums before I came on. So I have that chalky kind of fruit, whatever fruit it is, taste in my mouth. Is not the most appealing, but it did the job. We'll see what you taste in your mouth. And then we'll move sense of touch. I want you to just take either your fingertips, make them like little stars, and tap along across your chest, back and forth, just noticing the sense of touch. And also this tapping is also a way to reset the nervous system. It also brings blood flow to any part of your body where you tap. And there's a whole program called Emotional Freedom Tapping. I did not take the program, but I have taken, some classes here and there, workshops or whatever. And it helps to release tension and trauma in our body. So you could do this tapping. Sometimes in my class, we start at our feet and go all the way up to the tops of our heads. So this is just for a little brief intro of this tapping thing across our chest. And you may start to feel tingling, which means the blood is coming up. More blood is coming up to the surface of the skin. And then we'll rest our hands down. We're going to be breathing through our nose throughout the entire class. We'll be taking breaks here and there. If you need a break before that, please take care of yourself and do whatever feels right for you. If I ask you to make a movement and that's going to bother or trouble an injury or something, just do it in a more experiential way or pass on it, and we'll keep on going. And then also breaks. Oh, yes. Okay. Injuries and take breaks as needed. I'm going to get back in my chair. I want to talk about a couple of assists when you're doing chair yoga. So one of them is, hold on 1 second. If your chair, y'all can see me okay, is not quite high enough off the floor for you to sit comfortably, we put a towel or blanket. This happens to be a yoga blanket. Yoga blankets are actually saddle blankets that were first brought to the US from Mexico. Unfortunately, they are Mexican, but unfortunately they've been named as, Mexican blankets in the yoga world, but they're actually called saddle blankets. They go underneath the saddle if you were a horse person. And they're kind of nice and heavy, and you don't need this. If you don't have one of these, you don't need one. I only bought it because I was practicing a lot of yoga, and in some of those places, I did not want to sit on their funky blankets, so I brought my own. because you never know. Anyway, so at home, any blanket or towel, and you place it on the seat of your chair, and it'll bring the seat bottom up. So if you have really long legs, that you're sitting comfortably, so that your knees and ankles are comfortable for you to go through class. If the chair is too high for you, then you bring that towel blanket onto the floor, so the floor is raised and your feet are sitting comfortably on the towel or blanket. So this is how we make the things around us. We don't have to go buy anything when we practice yoga. We just use everyday items around the house. Also, when we do mat yoga, we put these under our knees or towels that are on the floor. And so they come in handy for cushioning. You're laying on your mat, you can spread it out across the mat, pad the mat a little bit, which is kind of nice if you're just resting on your mat. Okay, so that's that. That's getting people set up for a comfortable chair practice. And the reason why I mentioned earlier, if you possibly could use a chair with no arms, obviously for the freedom of movement. We don't all have chairs without arms, so use whatever you have. I've taught yoga on picnic benches. I went and taught the probation staff way up past Pasadena, up in Altadena. They had a staff picnic, and I was invited to come and teach regular yoga. It was too hot to get those mats out in the sun. It was when we used to have summer here, so the mats would have gotten really hot, and it was just too much direct sunlight and moving our bodies. So we went in the shady area where they have the picnic benches, and I just had everyone turn their back to the table of the picnic bench, and we did yoga from a bench. So you don't, if you don't have a chair, use a bench, use a stool. I've taught on stools before. Whatever we have, we use. So sitting away from the back of the chair, I want you to sit up really tall. So lengthen the spine up, and it may feel kind of awkward in the beginning. Over time, when you keep practicing yoga, you will learn that this is proper posture for your spine. I don't sit or stand like this all day. There are times when I sit back and relax in my chair, but even when I'm sitting back, I try to keep my spine long and not slumping down, because that compromises the functions of the organs inside. If the organs are all smushed up together, they can't work at their optimum. So we try to practice and evolve our posture to become improved and much better. And it also strengthens the spine. So as we age, we don't just start to curl forward. You see a lot of older people that just start to go down. That's because their muscles around their spine are not strong from whatever, the age, it could be, illness or whatever. So dropping chin to chest, and we'll just hold here. We're gonna let the back of the neck and the highest part of the back stretch out a little bit. So looking down toward the floor, you can also close your eyes if you're comfortable with your eyes closed. For many of us, closed eyes is not comfortable, it is not fun, it is not enjoyable. So you do what works for you. A lot of us, we want to see what's going on around us, so we want our eyes wide open, and that is obviously an option. You can also close them halfway. When you close them all the way, it cuts out obviously the external light and also any distractions that may be around you, visual distraction. So you decide what's best for you. The chin is to the chest. Try to pull your shoulders down toward the floor to get a deeper stretch on the tops of the shoulders and the sides of your neck. Just hold here, breathe. Breathing through the nose, checking that the jaw is relaxed and loose. Just take some big, deep breaths, big inhales where you fill the lungs up so much that your belly pops out a little bit. That's the lungs needing more room to expand. So the body readjusts and pushes out the abdomen a little bit to make room for those full lungs. Then letting the air all the way out with each exhale. We want to get a good exchange of a stale breath, and I only mean stale that we've already used the oxygen, making way for a fresh big breath, and that's by exhaling completely, then filling up the lungs completely. So let's do that a few times on your own. Again, breathing through the nose. And then slowly circle your head. So you can go either way. We'll go both ways eventually, but circling slowly. As long as there's no pain while you do this, you are okay. The popping are little gas bubbles, they're hydrogen gas. And they're just releasing from the different compressions we're doing around the neck as we circle our head, or any body part. You have a popping sensation. A lot of times it is those air bubbles releasing. And so circling here, let's go the other way. Slow circle, pull your belly button in to tighten up the abdominal area. That also helps you to sit up a little taller. And then coming back to center, just taking a couple breaths here. Take a breath here, and then exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Hold here, take some breaths. So this is a stretch for the left side of the neck. For those of us that are on technology a lot or all day long, we start to get a lot of tension in our necks and shoulders. So these head rolls and one way or the other, these are really good to release some of the tension in the neck. Inhale to center. Exhale, left ear over to the left shoulder. Hold here and take some more breaths. We want to slow everything down. Breathing through the nose, checking that the face is relaxed. We don't want to be grimacing or frowning. We want to just have a neutral expression on our face. If you're interested to smile, you may. I'm not asking for a fake smile, but face muscles, it's up to you. Then inhaling to center, then exhaling back over to the right side. This time we're going to take the right hand and place it near the left ear, or the left side of your head. So the weight of the right arm is adding a little stretch to the left side of the neck and the top of the left shoulder. You may feel the difference. Breathing here, holding steady. Then inhaling to center, exhaling left ear, left shoulder, and then continue to breathe. So see if you notice the stretch on the right side of the neck and the top of the right shoulder. And then inhaling center, exhale right ear, right shoulder. You can leave your hands on your thighs. Inhaling center, exhale left ear, left shoulder. Just going to go side to side. Inhale to center, left ear, left shoulder. Sorry. One more set. Inhale to center, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale to center, left ear, left shoulder. So let's take a quick break while I talk for a second. These are good in the car. So if you even can do whatever you want. But if you're the driver, when you hit a red light, you can do some neck movements just to keep things loose. If you're waiting for something in the parking lot, in line, when I'm in the supermarket and there's a line, instead of me getting annoyed that I have to wait 3 minutes for my turn, I do these things. I do something while I'm waiting instead of being distracted by being impatient. I move my body around a little bit. Okay, so we'll bring the interlaced hands behind your head. And again, we're sitting up and away from the back of the chair. Elbows are wide. I want you to lift your chest and arch your back. Take a breath in here. And then just exhale the breath out. If you want to make a sound, you can do that. And then take some more breaths on your own. So we're doing a back bend. The back bend is the primary target area. The back is the low back. Primary target area, but the front of you may feel a stretch happening because we're leaning back, our chest is lifted, our chin is up, and we're supporting our head with our hands interlaced. So just hold here, lift a little higher, breathe a little more. And then take an inhale here. Bring the elbows toward each other and then down toward the knees. We're going to hold here so you can either touch the knees or you can let the elbows hover above the knees. We're letting the weight of the arms to pull the head down a little more. We're not forcing the back of the neck. So holding here, allowing these muscles to loosen up just a bit. Take some breaths. And then we'll do one more in slow motion, one more set. Inhale, sit up, arch your back, elbows go wide again. Hold here. Exhale and breathe. And then take an inhale here, curling back forward. So elbows come near each other and then they go down either above the knees or touch it. And hold here. Exhale and hold here. So now we'll go in real time. Inhale, lift, elbows wide, arch. Exhale, curl down. Inhale, lift, elbows wide. Exhale, curl down. Inhale up, elbows wide. Exhale, curl. We'll do 3 more sets. Inhale, lift, elbows wide. Exhale, down. That was 3. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. That was 2. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. And then inhale back to center, elbows wide. Sit up tall, and then exhale, just bring the elbows close. We're not curling down. Hold here and breathe. So really try to touch the elbows. They don't have to touch, but really press them toward each other so you get a nice stretch across the back of your neck and your shoulder blades. Holding here. The head is up, spine is long. Hold here. And then we'll open wide, inhale. Then we'll close them again and hold. So exhale and hold them here. So letting those muscles, these different muscles, get a little stretch before we go into real time. Keep breathing. And then inhale wide, we'll go real time. We'll do 5 sets. Inhale wide, exhale, elbows near each other. Inhale wide, exhale, inhale, exhale. I think 3 more, I may have miscounted. Inhale wide, won't hurt. Exhale, curl. Inhale wide, exhale, elbows close. Last one, inhale wide, exhale, elbows close, and then elbows wide, hold here. Take some breaths. Let's breathe in. I'm gonna tip right elbow toward the floor. Left elbow up. So keep the elbow neutral. We don't want the elbow coming forward. We want to keep it neutral to where the shoulder, keep basically the shoulder and the elbow in the same line. And then inhale to center. Hold on a minute. Let's go back to the first side. Let's hold there for just a few more breaths. So this is a side stretch called a lateral stretch or lateral bend, which means side stretch or side bend. We are stretching the muscles on the left side of our rib cage. Then inhale to center. Exhale, left elbow down toward the floor, right elbow straight up. We're gonna hold here. So we're letting the muscles around the right side rib cage get a little opening. We'll go inhaling to middle and we'll hold again to the right. Right elbow down, left elbow up. Hold here. Take some breaths. Let's go back to side 2. Inhale to center. Exhale, left, hold here. So the right elbow's up, left elbow's down. Hold, take some breaths here. And then we'll go real time. Inhale to center, exhale, right elbow down. Inhale to center. Sit up really tall each time we come to center. Exhale, left elbow down. Inhale to center. Exhale, right elbow down. Inhale to center. Exhale, left elbow down. Then inhale to center. This is our last set. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Arms out horizontal. That feels really nice. We're going to circle the arms. It doesn't matter which way. We'll go both ways. So slow circles. The arms are strong. They're engaged. So they're not just flapping around. We have thought in the arms as far as engaging those muscles. Let's go the opposite way. Circle in the opposite way. This is for the shoulder joints, obviously. The muscles are working hard to help us keep our arms out in a T shape. Then lower your arms. That feels really lovely. Sit back in your chair and place your hands. You can let them hang to the side or if you want to put them on your, actually, let's not do that. Let's shake them out. How about that? Let's shake out the feet and legs too. We'll do that instead. Okay, so sitting up a little bit away from the back of the chair, we're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. I want you to notice how your right hip feels. So I spent the entire day on the airplane. I'm a flight attendant. I don't know if all y'all know that, but from here to DC, there 30 minutes, back to LA, It's 10 and a half hours in the air. So of course I'm tight when I get off of there and tired. So I'm noticing my right hip. I'm going to compare my right and left hip for tightness. Whatever one is tighter, it's all good. It's just a way for me to stay in touch with what I'm doing. Instead of just me mindlessly naming things for you to do, or you mindlessly doing the things I say, we pay attention to the sensations that are going around our body. So I'm going to ask you to press your right palm down on your inside of your right knee, gently downward. That opens the hip a little more. So we have, as humans, tight hips, unless we work on them not being tight. Okay. And so there's a whole practice in yoga that we do that they're called hip openers, and they can be done laying down, standing up. There's all different ways. So we're doing them in a chair. This is just one of the many things we can do in a chair. So for those of you that work in office space, you can do this while you're on the phone, like just getting some office yoga or workplace yoga or desk yoga, whatever you want to call it. You don't just have to sit there all day and take calls and take meetings. You can move around a little bit while you're working. Breathe in here and then exhale forward. So on the airplane, I do these things when I get a break. In our ugly, funky little jump seats, they're called, where you see the flight attendants sitting there, are the most miserable ride, but they're made like that so we don't sit in them longer than we need to. So it's all a plan. But anyway, I do these movements, these poses when I get a chance. And sometimes I invite my teammates, if there's someone sitting next to me, I say, cross your leg over, let's do some stretching. And so this forward bend is now great for the lower back. So we brought that in. The lower back carries a lot of tension from life and walking and stress and poor posture. So this is one way we can get a little opening in the spine, is by leaning forward, whether we're seated, standing, or even sitting on the floor and forward bending. Inhale, both arms up. And so I don't know if y'all know that I'm actually a yoga therapist. Exhale forward. So my yoga teaching goes a little deeper, that I want you all to learn how to take care of yourself. Inhale up when we're not in class. What you can do as self-care regularly, exhale forward. So you don't have to feel like, oh, I can't get to a yoga class. Inhale up because I'm too busy. You can do it on your own. Exhale forward. You can even, if you have time, go on YouTube and all that and take a peek. Inhale up. You have to find teachers you relate to. Some of them are great. Some of them might not be anything that, representational to you, but you have to look around. There's thousands of videos. Exhale forward. We'll do one more up. Inhale, and then forward bend. Exhale. Then hands on the inside of the right leg, and then inhale yourself up, sit up tall. When we put our right foot down, I want you to see if you notice any difference from the hips and the upper thigh muscles when we rest that right foot on the mat. Okay, you may feel a little more space, might feel the same, but you may feel something different. So we'll move left ankle, right knee. So my left hip is tighter. I feel it immediately. When I crossed it in the air, I could feel it before I even set it down. So again, nothing for me to worry about, fix or do or fret over. It's just the way it is. Left hand inside left knee. We're pressing down gently. We're not jamming. You don't want to force anything and potential injury. So just pressure, gentle pressure. Sitting up tall, breathing through your nose. Check your jaw. Sometimes when we clench, we don't even know we're clenched. Check your jaw when it's loose. And shift your jaw, shift your lower jaw back and forth. And the way to stop the clenching is just to separate the upper and lower arches of your teeth, just a hair, and that will release that muscle. We're going to exhale and forward bend. So I didn't mention this earlier. You can let your arms hang long. Or if you would like support, you can put your forearms on the inside of the left leg. Whatever you pick, I want your back straight, so we're not humpback, okay? So that means we're always lengthening the spine versus curling it over. There are times we'll curl it over, and I'll mention when that is, but otherwise, I would like for you to try to keep a long spine and a long neck. So breathing here, looking down at the right foot. We're allowing the muscles in the hip joint to open up a bit or loosen up a bit or lengthen a bit. When we inhale, both arms up, sit up really tall each time we come up. We'll do 5. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Sitting up tall, reaching up. Exhale down. This is number 3 coming up. Inhale, breathe, lift. Exhale, forward and down. 2 more. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, forward. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, we're going to hold forward again. So arm placement, either long arms or bent arms, forearms on your inner left leg. Just hold here. If you want to cheat a little, you can take your left elbow and push on the inside of the left knee. That'll open up your left hip a little more. It's not really cheating. It's just a bonus that since your elbow's sitting right there, you can press out, press down over there. Then hands on the inside of the left leg, push up. Before we switch, I want you to massage your left foot. I forgot to do it on the right, so we'll go back to the right. So whatever feels good. I like to run my right knuckles on my sole of my foot kind of vigorously. This helps to stimulate the organs inside of us, gives them a little massage. It's called sorry, that's not the right thing. It's a stimulation for them. Let me correct what I'm saying. For them in a passive way versus them being stimulated by doing their work, like the intestines or the stomach. This is a way to also give them a little attention through the nerve ending. All the organs have nerve endings in our feet, our hands, and our ears. Also, 26 bones in each foot and hand. That's a lot of little moving parts. And so these foot rubs and hand rubs are really therapeutic. I do these at work as well. I take off my shoes, one at a time. Just massage my feet because, as you can imagine, we're pounding up and down that aisle for hours. Take the back of your right hand and pound your left sole of your foot. And all of this also brings more blood circulation to whatever area. When I talked about the tapping, same thing here. Left foot on the floor. See if you notice any tingling in the left foot compared to the right. Might feel something. Switching right foot, left ankle. Let's massage the right foot, whatever way feels nice. Don't forget the arch. The arch works hard, and especially when we don't have arch support in our shoes, it has to kind of sit up in space with nothing under it to let it rest on. So the arches get up sometimes fatigued. If you want to tap your foot with the side of a soft closed fist, you may do that. This is really nice too if you can do this wherever you are with lotion, like a real massage, not like the pedicure lady. She touches your feet. You want $5 more, 2 minutes, and it's like, no, girl, I'm gonna go home and do my own, do it well, and not be, trying to charge me. So you can do this on your own while you're watching TV or whatever, reading, whatever you're doing. Okay, right foot down. We're going to separate the feet wide-ish. We don't want any pain on the inside of the thighs, but we want to feel a little something. So open your feet as wide as you can without straining, without going too wide. Sitting up tall. So just sitting like this alone is a stretch for these inner hamstring muscles. These muscles don't get a lot of attention unless we are dancers, gymnasts, skaters, like where we're really extending the legs out. Otherwise, they get short and tight and painful. And so this, just like this, you can sit back, is a way to open up these muscles in a passive way. If you're watching TV, if you're at work and it's appropriate enough, you can sit like this just to get a passive stretch in these muscles. I'm going to have you put your left forearm on your left thigh. And I want you to lean over to the left, but keep the spine long. So we don't want to dump onto the left thigh. We want to have a long spine leaning to the left. Bring the right arm straight up. So the right arm is coming straight up from the shoulder. Traditional yoga, we look up at the right hand. If that is uncomfortable, you may look out or you may look down at the left foot. So I feel The right side of my neck feels tight in this position, so it doesn't hurt, but it's just, I need to turn my head this way for a few breaths just to get a stretch going on over there. So you have options for where you direct your head. We're just gonna hold here. We're reaching up with the right hand toward the sky. So that gives a stretch to the right side of your body, right side of your upper body. We're gonna circle right shoulder, right arm. So you may make big sweeping circles or more small circles. It's up to you. I like the sweeping ones. I feel like I'm getting a big stretch all around my, where my arm attaches to my torso. So I usually do the big ones, but you pick what works for you. Breathing through your nose. Let's reverse the circle, go the opposite way. Breathe. And then we're going to inhale both arms up, sit up really tall, stretch your torso up toward the sky. And then exhale, right arm on the right thigh. Left arm stays extended up toward the ceiling. Again, you may look at your left hand out horizontally or down toward the right foot. So this, me looking down to the right, my neck does not feel as tight as it did on the other side. So there's just another awareness that my perfect body is not perfect. But I'm still gonna look down. So holding here, reaching the left fingers up, get a nice stretch on the left rib cage, left side. And then we circle big or small. You get to pick either way first, and we'll switch directions. And then reverse when you're ready, opposite way. And then both arms up, inhale. Left forearm, left thigh. This time we're going to bring the right arm near the right ear. Hold here. So really stretching the right fingers away from, the right fingers toward the left. The spine stays long. We're going to hold here. Breathe. Reach and breathe. And then inhale, both arms up. Right forearm, right thigh. Left arm is by your left ear. We're reaching as far as we can reach with your left fingers to the right. Sorry. Okay, now we're going to go in real time. Inhale, switch the arm, left forearm down, right ear, right bicep. Inhale, right forearm down, left arm toward the left ear. Reverse, inhale, exhale. So we're just going to go side to side. Changing the arm, changing the direction. Inhale to the right, left arm over and across. Inhale to the left, exhale there, right arm over and across. Inhale, we'll do this last set, both sides. Inhale, right arm, right thigh, left arm, left ear. Inhale, left arm, left thigh, right arm, right ear. And then come back up to center, reach up really tall. And then let the arm swan dive down, sit back in your chair, bring your feet closer. We're gonna take a break here. If you wanna have water or something nearby, you wanna take a sip. Not gonna be a long break, but let's take a little water break and catch our breath a little bit. And please, while we're doing this little break, do what's called a body scan, or we can call it a rotation of consciousness. My friend uses that expression. Same thing, we're just scanning around, see if we notice any changes in our bodies, our energy, our emotions while we're taking this little break. So I feel a lot of something in both of my upper arms, from holding them out, holding them up, moving them around. It's blood flow, it's oxygen. And so I feel different there, and then I feel a little not so tight in my hips. So just a little awareness. If you don't feel anything, that's fine. It's what's going on. It's whatever's real. You don't have to, I'm a loser, I don't feel anything. Not important. Just see if you notice anything. Okay, bring your hands in front of your heart. Let's sit up halfway forward. Sweep your arms up, inhale. Going to forward bend with a flat back. So exhaling, the hands come by the ankles. And then inhaling, bring your right knee to your chest. I want you to hold on either between the calf and the back thigh, or you can hold on to the front of the knee, between the knee and the shin, your pick. And we're going to circle the right foot. Ooh, a lot of cracking sounds here. So circling the right foot, try to sit up tall. The shoulders are going to want to come up to help. We don't need their help. We are using the arms to keep us up, to hold us up. And if you notice, the arm muscles are engaged. Circle your right foot the opposite way. Also, the muscles in the chest are helping the arms to hold the leg. And so this is passive tone. It's called toning. It's a passive contracting of the muscles. And then right foot down. Bring your hands back in front of your heart. Sweep out. Inhale up. We're going to do the same thing for the left foot. Exhale forward. Inhale, bring the left knee to your chest. Hang on, either in front, between the knee and the shin, or behind by the calf and the back of the left thigh. And sitting up tall, and we're circling now the left ankle. Breathing through your nose. So, interesting thing about my left ankle, every time I circle it, it pops every single time. So, I don't know why, but it's been like that forever. And it doesn't hurt, it's just whatever. And then exhale, put the left foot down, bring your hands back in front of your heart, sweep up, sit up tall, arms up overhead. We're going to swan dive forward, exhale down, and then inhale, bring the left knee back up to your chest. That's an inhale. Exhale, left foot on the floor. We're going to set up for what's called cat-cow. So I'll show you what it looks like. So hands on knees or thighs, sitting up tall. We'll start with the cow shape. So we're going to inhale and arch our back. We did this earlier, this body shape. Chest lifts, chin is up a little bit. I don't want your head falling back behind you. That's too much pressure on your neck. So this is called the cow shape. Think of a cow in the pasture with a sway back, or an old horse, a worn out horse or donkey. We're going to move into cat. So we're exhaling now. Spine goes backwards toward the back of your chair, chin to chest. So think of an angry Halloween scary cat with an arched back. That's this shape. We'll do two more. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. When you come up neutral, we'll go to the other side. Hands in front of your heart. Sweep out and up. Breathe in. Exhale with a flat back, forward bend. Inhale. Bring the right knee to your chest. Exhale, put the right foot down. Set up for cow. Hands on your knees or thighs, arch your back, lift your chest, breathe in. That's cow. Two more like this. So here's cat. Then two more. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral. Circle your torso. So just moving in a circle, do 5. Keep your own count. We'll go both directions. Move your breath. When you come forward, exhale. When you come back, inhale. So we always want to link the breath and the movement in yoga. When you've done the 5th one, come back to center. Then we'll go the other way. Exhaling when you go forward, inhaling when you come up. Count for your 5. And then after the 5th one, come back to center. Not this time, we're so bad. We'll do one more cycle of this. These are called sun salutations. And over in Southeast Asia, they do mostly a standing version of these, and they have, you can add things in and take things out. We're doing a seated version of the sun salutations. And meaning they salute the sun. They start their morning. It's not that they're really saluting the sun, they are, but this is how they start their day, by moving their bodies as soon as they get out of bed. A lot of people around the world, but especially in South Asia, this is part of how yoga was created. So hands in front of your heart, sweep your arms out and up, sit up tall. We're inhaling here. Then we'll exhale, forward, flat back, forward bend. And then inhale, bring the right knee to your chest. Exhale, right foot down. Inhale, cow. Do 3 cat-cows. Exhale to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale to cat. And come back to neutral. Hands in front of your heart. This is the last side, last one. Sweep out, inhale, sit up tall, reach up. Exhale, flat back, forward bend. Inhale, bring the left knee to chest. Exhale, left foot on the floor. We inhale to cow, we'll do 3 of these. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Come back to neutral. Circle again, 5 circles either direction to start. We'll go both ways. Move the breath, exhaling forward, inhaling, come upright. After your number 5, go the opposite way whenever you're ready. Exhaling when you go forward, inhaling when you come up. Back up to center when you're done, and then we'll do a little something for the shoulder, a little something else for the shoulders and arms, and then we'll go into our final rest. So hands in front of your heart, take an inhale here. We're sitting up tall. Our belly buttons are pulled in, our shoulders are down and above our hips. So we're sitting in a really straight vertical line. Interlace your hands, exhale, push your palms away from you. The arms are straight and parallel to the floor. So the strong arms straight out. Then we inhale, lift the palms up toward the ceiling, and then exhale into what's called cactus arms. So strong arms, like a goal post on the football field. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. Take a breath in. Exhale, push. Palms out away from you horizontally. Inhale, lift. Biceps back by your ears if you can. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, prayer. Interlace, exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Sit up tall and stretch up. Exhale, cactus. We'll do 4 more rounds. Inhale to prayer. Exhale and push. Inhale and lift. Exhale, cactus. That was number 4. Inhale, prayer hands. Exhale, push palms out. Inhale, lift the palms up, straight arms. Exhale, cactus. 2 more. Inhale, prayer. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. This is the last one. Inhale, prayer hands. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Extend your arms straight out in a T shape, and then exhale and lower your arms. Sit back in your chair. Let me check the time. We'll do one more thing. Prayer hands, arms sweep out wide. Take a breath in. Exhale, hug yourself. Hold here. Inhale, lift your chin and elbows. We'll lift and lower 3 times. Exhale, chin down, elbows down. 2 more. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Now hold here. Turn the arms vertical. So you got option. Put the back of the bottom hand by the upper elbow, outside elbow. Okay. And slide the bottom arm up the upper arm. Okay, so pick one. It doesn't matter where you place the arms. You feel a stretch on the back, shoulder blades anyway. So just hold it here. Then inhale 3 of these. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Lift your arms as high as you can. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, down. 2 more. 1 more. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, down. Now hold here. Separate your feet a little bit. Going to circle the torso and the arms. So we're doing 3 of these each way. And then we'll go the other way. After the first set of 3, we finish the first set of 3, come back to center when you're ready, and then we go the other direction for 3. Okay, so this is now bringing in the side body, the muscles around the sides of our bodies. They're called the oblique muscles. This is bringing those into action. Then come back to center when you're done. We're going to put the other arm on top. So remember which one is on top. Wide arms, inhale. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Hold here. And then inhale, chin and elbows up. Exhale, chin and elbows down. 2 more. Breathe in, chin and elbows up. Exhale, chin and elbows down. Last one, chin and elbows up. Exhale, chin and elbows lower. Come back to neutral. We move the arms vertically. And then we lift on for 3. So breathe in, lift. Fingers up, arms up. Exhale, lower. Really lift the arms up high. Inhale, lift. We'll do 2 more. So here's number 2. Exhale, down. And inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And now we're going to circle either way, 3. Big sweeping circles. Make them as big as you can to get all those muscles involved. And then after number 3, come back. And you go the opposite way of circling, sweeping the arms in a circle. And then when you're ready, after the 3rd one, you can lower the arms, shake them out, and see how nice that feels to stop that. Shake out your feet. We're going to go into final rest. So really shake, shake, shake. This shaking helps also when you're feeling really overwhelmed. If you just shake, it helps to break up some of that adrenaline that you might be carrying if you're really activated and have an anxiety attack. This helps. It looks weird, I know. They call it the, what do they call this? I can't remember, but anyway, it really works. And a lot of times you can do it on your back, on the bed, or on the floor. Lower feet and hands. You may feel some tingling, that's circulating more blood. We're going to go into final rest. So whatever is comfortable for you, to either sit back in the chair, you can hang out any way you want. If you have quick access to a whatever, the floor, a bed, a sofa. If you want to lay down, you can put a jacket on or something to cover you for these next few minutes. And the final rest in Sanskrit, which is the language of yoga, is called Shavasana. Shavasana has a dual meaning. It means final rest. It's also a pose, which if we were laying flat on our back, it's called corpse pose. So we are going into Shavasana. If you're on your back, you may lay out with your palms up and feet apart and feet, legs apart and feet dropped open. Or we can do this in the chair, the same thing. You can convert most yoga poses into chair yoga poses. And so we're doing here another body scan, just noticing how you feel different than when we first started. And keeping in mind you may feel exactly the same as when we first started. Directing your awareness down to your feet. To your knees. Hi, Carolyn, welcome. Attention to your hips. To your hands. Elbows. Shoulders. Neck. Your head. And your mind. Thank you all for coming. May you be happy.
Thank you.
May your life have meaning.
Thank
And may
you.
you be an instrument for social change. I appreciate you spending the morning with me.
Thank
And
you.
thank you, Kirsten. Thank you so much for being our tech diva while our regular tech diva is out birthing babies. The baby boy came last week and he's doing well.
Oh, wonderful.
So,
Thank you.
you're welcome. I'll see you next week. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.
Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.